We like our team, apparently.
We like our team. ...
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah, because we have no other choice.
No one's coming.
No. I don't like the Nick Caserio who doesn't make trades. I like the Caserio who makes trades, who gets me to dance. I don't like the Caserio who acts tough. What are we doing? What happened to the Caserio that was trading for Joe Mixon, was trading for Stephon Diggs? All we got was a Khalil Davis trade sitting on his hands. Nick Caserio in that building acting tough. Where the melodies at, Nick Caserio? Yesterday would have been a big day for Texans fandom if he would have pulled off a move that says we're in it. Because if you think of what's happened in the NFL, all the contenders in the AFC have made a move. Even ones who you wouldn't consider contenders before the year, like the Steelers, they made a move. The Bills made their move. The Ravens made their move, and the Chiefs made their moves. Now, the last three made moves for wide receivers. The Texans may have a problem there. We'll see today if Nico Collins is back active and practicing. But come on, man. I didn't expect a giant move, but I saw an active trade market, and I saw Nick Caserio go, you know what we're going to do? We got enough depth at defensive tackle. Let's make a move. Let's trade a guy, though. Let's go get a third-day pick for Khalil Davis. So, Nick Caserio acting tough. Give me off-season Nick Caserio. In-season Nick Caserio is no fun.
Yeah. Well, why are we sellers? Come on.
Yeah, I know you feel good about your defensive line on the interior.
Yeah, I can't think of a single Khalil Davis play, but come on, why are we selling?
Yeah, I'm not that upset that Khalil Davis is no longer on the roster, but I am a little bothered by that was the move you made other than signing offensive lineman off the street. Gone are the days of acquiring Joe Mixon and Stephon Diggs. Gone. Those days are gone. We're back to we like to build depth throughout the season and we like our roster. No. That's not what I was looking for. I don't like your roster. Not on Sunday. I don't like your roster.
Is it because there weren't enough Texans fans photoshopping players into Texans jerseys for the trade deadline? Because the problem is they're all offensive linemen, so
yeah,
it's a tough Photoshop to.
And plus, I don't know how much energy you have to Photoshop a guy who either doesn't play for another team or is on some bad teams looking to trade, like
Brandon Scherf.
Yeah, are you looking to put Brandon Scherf in a Texans uniform? Who's making that edit? What's sick?
Someone.
What's sick, depraved individuals doing that? Putting Scherf in a Texans uniform.
Thought these guys love football. I don't know.
They love engagement. I would agree with that. Do they love football? That's probably up for debate. But do they love interactions? Sure. I needed Nick Caserio on the phone.
Nate Davis would have gotten the retweets.
maybe Nick Caserio was on the phone and nothing came from it. But it's real quiet. And now we go through the rest of the year where unless someone surprisingly gets released, this is your team. We like our team, apparently.
We like our team. ...
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah, because we have no other choice.
No one's coming.
No. Hopefully health is a big factor in the Texans' post-trade deadline team where, as I mentioned, Nico Collins could be back starting today. Jeff Okudah is back. So maybe we have more depth at corner and you're moving Kamari Lassiter to the inside. Who knows? Because the Jalen Petrie covering slot receivers or inside receivers, not great. Kamari Lassiter, when he was drafted, was initially supposed to be, well, the thought was he'd be an inside corner. In fact, we were here that Friday. No, was it Friday? Yeah, that Friday for our unofficial draft show. And when he was drafted, we thought, oh, did they just draft themselves a nickel corner, an inside corner, slot corner, because he is not looked at as a outside corner. Lance had that evaluation of him, and he talked about it this morning, that if he was trying to fix the Texans, he would have made a trade for an outside corner and moved Kamari Lassiter inside because the Jalen Petrie thing is not it. Is Okudah the answer? I don't know. I would. I no. I do know. No, he's not the answer. He's not. Because if D'Amico likes Okuda as much as he likes Petrie in the slot, we got a problem. Because remember, Okuda along with C.J. Henderson were the two guys, former top 10 picks that didn't work out in two places that D'Amico brought in and said he liked their size, liked their ability, and that's why he brought them in. They fit what he wanted to do. And, of course, Henderson didn't make it to opening day or game one, and Okuda's been hurt. But he felt strongly about Okuda. He felt strongly about Petrie. He felt strongly about Kenyon Green. And to some extent, and it's the reason why, jokingly, I have it's still on our rundown that Dameon Pierce would be the best back for the Texans if Brian Baldinger and D'Amico Ryans were right about him. Put all the caveats in. He felt very strongly about Dameon Pierce when people were discussing him getting traded or cut because Cam Akers obviously was going to take that second running back job. Obviously, Dameon Pierce has survived despite being injured. But a lot of the guys that D'Amico's felt strongly about, what you might consider fringe players or guys who need to prove themselves, that hasn't worked out so far. It's easy to feel strongly about C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins. You ain't brave. So I would say D'Amico was a little out on the limb praising these guys who are either washouts or just, frankly, have performed below average as Texans. And yet, he went out there. He told us that they were going to be good. And I would say for the most part, he's been incorrect. Okuda will get a shot. He's healthy. We'll see if he's on that active roster on Sunday against the Lions, and maybe he'll give the Texans a needed boost, and you could stop having Petrie guard, some of the best receivers in football in the slot. That goes poorly. And if maybe that's Kamari Lassiter's job going forward, but D'Amico likes him out on the outside too. So
yeah, I would say that Garrett Wilson won the matchup.
Devontae Adams won the Petrie thing too.
Yeah, I'd give that both to the Jets receiver.
I would say TKO by the Jets receivers in those matchups against Jalen Petrie. Now, look, Garrett Wilson.
Mike Williams locked up, sent his out.
So bad. He got traded.
Get rid of this guy.
Yeah, he can't beat Jalen Petrie. He's got to go. But Mike Williams gone. But I'll give Garrett Wilson a lot of credit for the play. The first touchdown, obviously, the second one's one everyone's talking about. But when Petrie was on him, Petrie gambled, but that was a great catch, one-handed. Not any other receiver, but a lot of receivers aren't catching that pass, and Jalen Peaches gamble maybe doesn't burn him. The Devontae Adams thing, that's poor. That's poor roster management by your defensive coordinator. There's no reason he should be in that position on Devontae Adams.
I was gonna say that's just putting him in a bad.
You're
spot.
asking him to get his kicked in that matchup. You're asking him to get knocked out, and that's what happened. But he'll likely be in that spot again. Oh, the Jalen Peachy, Amon-Ra St. Brown thing is going to be.
Oh, is Jameson Williams back?
As the kids say, a movie. I don't know if
For
James
St. Brown.
Yeah, it's a horror movie.
No, but
for the Texans.
normally, like it's going to be a movie.
There'll be clips.
When either it's going to be a great matchup or
there'll be a horror movie for the Texans. Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to hit a lot of clips on Jalen Petrie if that's the matchup.
I mean, Garrett Wilson just had his season highlight reel filled up with the 2 touchdown catches.
Like some Lions creator on TikTok is like, give me that Petrie Amon-Ra St. Brown thing. You know what I'm going to put together after the game as my Lions try to win another one? So that's where we stand with the Texans right now. No moves made as far as bringing in players of any significance. And the team will go forward the way it's presently constituted.